All right, what's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back to Yeah Boy, Yes Show. What's up? I'm your boy Fletch. You can find me at IF that's IF_IN. And y'all looking at the wrong screen. INC. Thank y'all for tuning in. As y'all always know, we have the most technical difficulties ever when it comes to shooting and when it comes to recording live, but it is what it is. I can't do nothing about that, guys. I try. But thank y'all for tuning in. We shouldn't be buffering now, as we can see. I don't think we're buffering. I think we're doing good. I had to lower the bit rate, and I had to lower the HD to 720. But right now we're doing good. I got it. We're streaming. We're cool. I'm recording. We're good. So let's just have a good time. And let's just go ahead and start with a word of prayer, because clearly stuff is trying to go wrong. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this wonderful day today, God. I thank you for letting us tune into another episode of What's Up. I pray, Father, that you get the glory throughout this episode. I pray, Father, you get the honor. I pray we glorify you. I pray, Father, bless the ears that hear, bless the eyes that see, Father. And we just honor you, Father. In Jesus' mighty name, I thank you and praise you. Amen. All right. Now that we just set the precedence over what the heck is going on in this mug. Boy, every week since I've been doing shows, period, on YouTube, right? Since I've been producing my own stuff on YouTube, I always have some type of technical problem every week. But we here. We got to fight through it, and it's all good. Thank you for whoever's just tuning in right now. Let's have a great one. So before we kick off, Fletch, what you wearing? So y'all see I got this nice little orange on. So we kicking this, let's see, hold on, let me move this out of the way. So we rocking with these today, right? These is kind of nice. I like these. I like orange. So we got it. We rocking with these. Let me know how y'all feel about them. Let me know what y'all think about them. It was the outfit of the day, so I got a video up it's in my story on Facebook. It's in my story on Instagram. It will probably be on the story on TikTok whenever I get into TikTok. Yeah, I like them shoes. Yeah, I got my fan going today, so I ain't hot. I'm not burning up. It was hot the other weeks. It's not hot today. It's hot outside. I ain't gonna lie. LA is cooking, but right now in the studio, we good, B. We good. Oh. So we got that out of the way. We talked about the outfit of the day. I'm gonna leave my shoe off because the breeze feels amazing on my foot. It feels really good. It's a nice little breeze going. So now it's time for the coveted and anticipated what? Lecture. Rant. What are we ranting about today, Fletch? This one is strictly for the men. Men, wash your doggone hands when you leave the restroom. Don't nobody want to touch your pee-pee hands. Don't nobody want your disgusting sauerkraut hand on their whole body or orifice or anything they got to come in contact with, because you think your penis is clean after you pee with it. How would you like if I rub my pee-pee hands all on your body? You wouldn't. Wash your hands. We don't want to touch the doorknob after you done touched your junk and just walked out the back. Why would you think it is cool for you to walk outside the restroom, the bathroom, the washroom without washing your doggone hands? Didn't we just suffer COVID-19 because people wasn't washing their hands and spreading stuff? Wasn't there a bubonic plague? Wasn't there the death toll? Just wasn't it? Wash your hands, people. It's quite simple to stave off a lot of sicknesses if you wash your doggone hands. Y'all will do that. Y'all will go and touch your own junk and then go in the kitchen and start cooking food and want to touch on people's faces and stuff, smelling like ball whales on a Sunday afternoon. Wash your doggone hands before you come out that doggone bathroom. They done taught you better, and if they didn't, shame on them too. Can't believe y'all out here doing that. You know, at first I used to think it was a cultural thing, but now I'm starting to find out black men do it too. Y'all, it is disgusting. Wash your Mickey Ficky hands before you leave that doggone bathroom, restroom, or washroom. Don't make me tell y'all again. It's disgusting. Listen to Fletch. You know what he's talking about. Thank you. Out here with the ball whale hands. Sickos. I gotta keep an eye on the screen because clearly it will change. It will clearly it will go to the other screen. People keep calling me during this show. I'm not answering. I'm not gonna answer you. I don't know what to tell you. All right. We didn't get that out the way. So y'all know what time it is now. It's time to get to the weekly roundup. And before we start, I must say, hey, I think we had a brain fart. Hey, happy Black History Month. Huge brain fart. Let me check this real quick. Because clearly, come on now. All right. All right. Happy Black History Month, guys. We got a lot of news to talk about. Not a lot of time to talk about it. So let's go. Bring up this real quick. Weekly Roundup. What's up news? Here's what America kicked off the week arguing about. Monday proved that America runs on three things: cautious optimism, economic confusion, and arguing on the internet. Tuesday, the day America simultaneously remembers its to-do list and then immediately forgets it again. Let's unpack the chaos. Donald Trump delivers a record-long State of the Union address. The president finally got his mic time, and boy, did he use every last second of it. His 147-minute speech was the longest in U.S. history, knocking out the previous record held by Donald Trump. He breaks his own records. He's something. Clocking in well past bedtime for most viewers. He kicked things off by waving around economic bragging points. Inflation is a little calmer, is it? And trotting out heroes and medals like it was the Oscars of patriotism. He handed out those medals like he was Oprah. You get a medal, and you get a medal. Everybody gets a medal. Bottom line, if the speech had been any longer, it would have needed an intermission break and a snack cart. Over 32 million people tuned in across the world to watch this, across the nation to watch this State of the Union address, which means at least someone fell asleep halfway through it. Because it was long, people. It was long. Wall Street had a good enough laugh before the Fed meeting. Wall Street stock snapped back with a, hey, maybe this AI thing really isn't a disaster after all. The S&P 500 jumped 0.8%. The Dow was up to about 370 points, and the NASDAQ climbed about 1% after chip maker AMD signed a massive AI chip deal with Meta-type tech folk. So, yeah, AI might end humanity, and it might make us richer. It's a coin flip, really. Climate check. The blizzard officially said goodbye. The massive February 2026 blizzard that crushed the Northeast, dumping about 38 inches of snow in places and knocking out power for hundreds of thousands of people, finally pulled back. Emergency crews are still digging out drivers. They learned what a whiteout really means. And every day, and every dog in New England now identifies as a shovel expert. 9 bodies were recovered in a massive avalanche in California. 5 public reactions and political takeovers they varied. Political commentators had a lot to say about the president's agenda, from economic optimism to border enforcement to his style of applause pacing. I thought the thing said pacemaker. So when did I type around a pacemaker? Let's try that again. Political commentators had a lot to say about the presidential agenda, from economic optimism to border enforcement to his style of applause pacing. Key takeaways. Supporters called it inspiring. Opponents called it self-serving. People just scrolling TikTok called it background noise. So wipe. Honestly, well, I'll be talking about this until next year, guys. Tweet something provocative. Ongoing partial DHS funding shutdown. Meanwhile, the Department of Homeland Security was still shut down because of Senate efforts to fund and it failed yet another time. Meaning, airport programs and some border enforcement resources remained uncertain. Translation: TSA agents still don't get a raise. FEMA is twiddling its thumbs, and federal workers are trying to figure out whether unpaid vacation counts as a benefit. Tuesday proved America loved a long speech, loved the market bounce, and mostly loved watching other people solve problems after they gone home. Wednesday, when the week hits halftime and America checks the scoreboard like, are we winning? Wait, are we okay? We don't know. Let's get into it. DHS funding still stuck in limbo. Markets react to a speech of and economic signals. Investors digested Tuesday night's State of the Union with optimism. Everything was good, and then everything wasn't, and then everything was neutral. Things are fine, but maybe they're not fine. They're probably fine. Let's check back tomorrow. Gas prices nationwide leveled off after minor early week fluctuations. But I still don't see that $1.89 gas that the president was talking about at the State of the Union speech. So maybe I'm tripping. Translation: the White House reiterates positions on overseas tension. Translation: we still may go to war with somebody in Europe somewhere. Wednesday proved that America can juggle Supreme Court drama, budget uncertainty, AI anxiety, snowpiles, and quarterback rumors, all before dinner. Thursday proved that in America, while Congress negotiates the budget, the internet negotiates reality. When the government is negotiating, Wall Street is calculating, and Hollywood is spiraling. Because that Netflix deal didn't even go through. Now, Paramount may be buying WB. And what does that mean for CNN? They're all about to be fired. Hopefully not. Also, if you got a news show, you may be getting a call. Not my phone yet. They didn't call me yet. Police arrest a man that was pelting police with snowballs. No, it wasn't the yellow snowballs, guys. It was the regular ones. He was out there throwing snowballs like Finn and Clyde with a chance of meatball. He was sniping folk. And that's all I got for this week. That's what's up. That was a nice little roundup. Something real, not too much. I'm gonna give y'all a little scoop though. I was so overwhelmed. I was overwhelmed this week between trying to edit videos, trying to edit more videos. Boy, it was a taxing week this week for the news, man. So we got it. Those aren't the topics. That's just the weekly roundup. Why does it keep doing that, y'all? It's crazy. It's gonna keep doing that the entire night. Oh man, I just got to keep my finger on the button now. Okay. Let's get a sip. Oh man. I got my coffee cup, guys. It's a nice coffee cup. My coffee's at 145. It's at 145. Oh, I know what we're supposed to do today. We didn't do it. Again, there was a lot going on. I put out an announcement on Facebook. I want people to send me their music if they're working on anything, and to be part of as I dubbed it, Fletcher Feature Friday. Ooh, that was a tongue twister. Let's try it again. To be dubbed on Fletcher's Feature Friday. No one sent me anything, but I got some stuff I have that I need to work on and show. Like I said, I'll show my own stuff. So we'll go over one of my first tracks that I did that I need to actually kind of master right. Welcome to whoever just tuned in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You guys are just tuning in for Fletcher Feature Friday. So this is Fletcher, my own produced song called Fast Act. Let's look it up real quick. Let's pull it up. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. All right, so that was my legit. That was legit my first, very first. That was my very first complete song I did. I made that on Logic. Very first one I did, and I was so proud of myself because that was just. It was cold. That it's cold to me. Now I got to do some. I got to go back. It's. I want to do that. 2022, 4 years ago, right? So I got to go and back and do some side chaining, which So what side chanting means is it's the you'll hear that better. So I got to go back and do that. But I actually was so proud of myself because even with the video, I went and found certain clips of. I did that whole video. I didn't draw it, but I found clips, put them together, edited them to fit the music, and I think it tells a whole journey of this car that's just driving through this oasis that started off on the earth and just went to a whole new land. And I felt like I really felt like I really nailed that whole process. So if there was anybody watching, y'all could let me know how y'all feel about that song. It's on my website. My website's down right now. So if y'all want to purchase that before I even do more stuff to it, because I just got to go master it. But I liked it. It's my joint. Let me know how y'all feel about that. That's a If Inc. production. That's what I was trying to say earlier. I couldn't think of that. If Inc. production. I really couldn't think of what is the name of that? What is it under? If Inc. production because If Inc. produced it. There we go. Yeah, I like that, man. I'm really happy about that. Congrats to me on that. That was my first, you dig. And I got some other stuff. So we'll work. We'll if I don't get someone next week, I'll put something else if I did. Cool. Give yourself a high five. Give yourself a round of applause, Fletch. I will tell y'all, I'm having a rough week, y'all. I'm having a rough week. It's really having a rough week. But we're gonna get through it. All right. Let's get these topics. Let's talk about these topics. Before we start, we're gonna give a round of applause to who? Happy Pokemon 30th anniversary. It took Ash Ketchum 25 years, but he finally did it. He became a Pokemon master in 2022, right around the same time I made that song. He did it. It took him 25 years, but he did it, y'all. He did it. So yeah, Pokemon has been around for 30 years. That is crazy. Pokemon is older than my younger brother. That is crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, happy 30th anniversary, Pokemon. Hope y'all enjoy yourselves. Enjoy y'all Pokemon 30th anniversary day, guys. And as we jump into that, so this is the thing that popped up. The State of the Union address was given this week, and Trump got up there and said a bunch of things about it, a bunch of things, and it was definitely Trump-esque in his fashion. And one thing about Trump, he will talk without fact checks. He will get up there and lie. None of his Republican friends will call him out on it. They will just go with it. But thank you for independent journalists and people that honestly would rather hear the truth than lies. Be you on one side, I won't say Republicans. I will say the maggots, because there are some Republicans that really will call out BS. But so Rachel Maddow, she got up there and she gave a nice little exposition about fact checking the fat Trump. So let's pull this video up real quick so we can go ahead and talk about this one, or just listen to what she got to say.
We're just coming up on 11 p.m. Eastern Time. You have just experienced the longest State of the Union ever in State of the Union history. It wasn't just the feeling you had, it was the math. Over an hour and 47 minutes, the president blowing out of the water the previous record for the longest State of the Union speech ever, a record he himself set last year. In terms of the length of the speech, which I think will probably be the bottom line up front that people take away from this speech, was just how achingly long it was. Part of that was because of the pace. The president proceeded through this speech with two remarkably different speeds. At the very beginning, he was speaking very quickly and very excitedly, and he ran through a number of and best ever in the history of the country job creation. Just for context, in 2023 under Joe Biden, the economy created over 2 million jobs. 2024 under Joe Biden, the economy created over 2 million jobs. 2025 under Donald Trump, job creation was less than 200,000 jobs.
Oh.
So just a wild misstatement by the president. Also, in general, talking about the health of the economy, talked about having inherited the worst economy in the history of the country and turned it into the best. Economic growth, GDP growth in 2023 was 2.9% under Joe Biden. 2024 it was 2.8% under Joe Biden. Last year under Donald Trump it was 2.2%. So again, just sort of rushing through these statements. He was bragging about grocery prices, food prices. Inflation there is actually up 2.9% over general inflation at 2.5%. Grocery inflation is up this year compared to last year. The president didn't seem very invested in the lies that he was telling about the economy, but he did list a whole bunch of them right off the bat. But as I say, some of the takeaway there, I think, is mostly going to be his pace and his freneticism.
To have a girl like her is truly.
Oh, I'm glad I switched over. The video that played next is, I've been telling y'all, thick chicks be popping up all on Facebook. Y'all could tell what I like. All right, there we go. Back to that video, just in case it flips. It was a post I thought I saved, but it didn't. It actually broke down the numbers too, so you could see it. But I just like the fact that she brought out those. Now, it was something that Trump actually did do. I wanted to, even though I told y'all I do not like Trump, I asked people, please send me things that if he's done something good, let me know so we can talk about it, because I want to tell truth. The truth is Trump sucks, but if y'all have something he actually did, send it in, because that's the truth. If 9 things out of 10 is bad, if he does one thing good for the United States of America, I will say that. But I still don't like the dude. Like I'm gonna be real about that. I do not like him at all. I wonder, can I find that video? Did I send it? I didn't send it to myself. Let's pull out the trusty dusty keyboard real quick, so we can type in State of the Union. I like leaving my pens right there, so you know where it's at until you forget, and then you don't know where it's at. State of the Union. Trump. Please pop up. Please pop up. Oh, is that a picture of Bear in sleep? I don't. Yeah. Okay. That ain't. Where's it at? Where's it at? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Nope. Nothing. Excuse me. So Trump was in there for 147 minutes. And out of all of that, he did not talk about Epstein, which everybody wants him to talk about. Didn't talk about that. Talked about the medals of him giving out medals. He said, of course, he was calling the Democrats crazy because they didn't want to stand up, because he tried to play some type of checkers chess move to make them agree with him. I think the Democrats could have handled things a little bit better, because we all know that Democrats are very passive. And Donald Trump is a bully. So I really wish they would handle things a lot better than they do. Actually, it's a video. Shout out to Clock It, the MS Now podcast. I actually like them. They talked about this. Let's see if I can pull it up real quick. YouTube. Don't worry about it. But anyway, they were talking about how passive the Democrats are, and they need to take a different approach with Donald Trump because he's a bully. And a lot of people have a problem with the Democrats because they fail to do things in a manner that's not going to embarrass us. Oh, I shouldn't have moved that. And that's the problem with the Democrats. They really need to be like no nonsense with it, the same tactics he do them back, man. Hey, when they go low, don't go lower, just go high. All right, cool. I thought I had to check to see if it messed up. But that was just, I didn't even really want to talk about State of the Union like that because I didn't even get to watch it. I was helping somebody move, but it was a bunch, it still was long. But that was the sidebar. But what I really wanted to talk about is part of Trump's administration, because shout out to the men's and women's U.S. hockey team for winning gold. Shout out to them. But the thing that happened was when the men won, Kash Patel, the FBI director, he was in the locker room celebrating with them like he won. Drinking beers. Look at this man. Like he won, like he himself won the gold. Now, they say he's an avid hockey fan, and I'm with that. But the problem with people said, the problem with people, they are upset because Kash Patel flew to Milan on an FBI private jet. And he used tax dollars to go out there. Now, I don't like Kash Patel. I don't. It's not too many in the administration of Donald Trump that I like. I'm gonna just tell y'all right now, I ain't a fan of them. They're all liars, because just in 2023, Kash Patel was talking about aircraft for all travel, including personal trips, and cannot fly commercial. They could before 2011. They cannot now. He has no other choice, guys. We have to foot the bill. No matter if y'all like them or not, rules is rules. So until we change that law, he cannot fly commercial. Don't get it twisted. I do not like Kash Patel, but he can't fly commercial. But do I think he need to be in the locker room celebrating with the men's hockey team? Heck no. What did he do? Why is he in there? Why is he in there? Yeah. So for all the confusion out there, Kash Patel cannot fly commercial. He has to fly the FBI jet. He has to use a government official, a government vehicle to go where he needs to go. But if you look right there, it says directors are still expected to reimburse the government for personal travels at a rate equivalent to the commercial fare. So even though the flight may cost $100,000, he only has to pay $400,000. Wow. Yeah. Y'all see right there? FBI directors cannot opt for commercial flights. And we settled that. Hope y'all like that. Y'all may not, but the truth is the truth. Now, what does this say here? Let's see this. Oh, in his justification for why he was in Milan and why I love America. Check 2 weeks ago, the Fletcher rant. So he says he loves America. And he also said he was there in Milan taking care of official FBI business. Sure he was. He was asking questions about security for Olympic security. Now, he may have been doing that, but let's be real. That was probably a day at best, if that. You could Zoom that meet. Apparently, y'all like using Telegram anyway. Y'all could Telegram that information. Ain't nobody falling for that crap. All right. Scratch that topic out the way. So we got Kash Patel out. Since we're talking about politics and everything with this administration, I asked the question last week. I said, hey guys, if Stephen A. Smith ran for president, would y'all vote for him? I got to overwhelmingly F no. Y'all can feel whatever F y'all want. Freak no, forget no, Fletch no. Whatever F y'all want to plug into that, just plug it in. Plug it in. Plug it in. Plug it in. So, no, and Jamel Hill was talking about that on her show, on her podcast, and she says people really need to take this serious. Let's see here. As I pull up my video, hold on. And let's go.
Very clear. Okay. Let's move on to my former colleague. He's talked about the fact that he's thinking about it. Well, here he is again, asked directly if he intends to run for president.
Will you make a decision by the end of 2026?
I will make a decision in early 2027, but I am not ruling it out because I expect a lot of success to come my way. And Lord help everybody if the amount of success comes my way ensures that I never have to worry about my quality of life ever again.
What do you think your mother would advise you to do at the end of 2026, early 2027?
My mother would have a heart attack.
If you ran?
She wouldn't want me anywhere near politics because of how evil it can be.
It's a rough business. Your business is rough, but politics...
How disingenuous it could be or whatever. I would focus on the change that I'd have the ability to facilitate making. It wouldn't be me alone. I'd have to have an exceptional staff, and I'd have to have some tireless, committed people determined to make.
Pause that real quick before Jamil starts talking again. What I don't like, I've never been a Stephen A. Smith fan ever. I've never liked the guy. I think he's a S starter. I think he literally is, he's only good for entertainment. He is an entertainer. So the fact that he said, what is it? God help if let's just go back so I can see exactly what he said.
If the amount of success comes my way ensures that I never have everybody, because I expect a lot of success to come my way. And Lord help everybody if the amount of success comes my way ensures that I never have to worry about my quality of life ever again.
What the freak does that mean? That don't sound like that. What does that mean? What did he mean by that statement? I don't get that statement at all. A lot of success. It sounds very Donald Trumpy griftery, like I'm gonna get all I can grab and grab all I can get. That it doesn't sound like he's gonna help the people. It sounds like he's literally gonna help himself, just like Donald Trump did. Let's continue. Let's jump forward a little bit. I want to see what she has to say. Mary, where you at? Let's go right here.
You think your mother...
Not because I think he's qualified.
My mother always knew.
So, you guys aren't going to like what I'm about to say next. I don't blame Stephen A. Smith for considering this run or considering running for president. Not because I think he's qualified and not because I think he's necessary. Well, I won't call him unfit for office, but he's not qualified to be president of the United States, in my opinion. But here's the thing. Among the many things that is troublesome about the new standards and new decorum that's been set by Donald Trump is that he has made a lot of people think winning the presidency is possible because of his background. Because the way that he won the presidency, while I think some of this is very unique to him, there were certain staples and certain things that he did that connect with voters in a way that is a blueprint for other people who lack experience, who lack expertise, but feel like they have a chance.
That's Stephen A. Smith. Why would Stephen A. Smith all of a sudden one day now he's so dead set interested in politics, right? to the point where I think I can run this better than you. Never held a position of political power, never had a position of political influence. Only thing he's held was his table on ESPN. And now he's got so much name recognition that he's just, I could jump into this power play just like Donald Trump did, and I can seek whatever power. I don't think he has any intention of helping anybody but himself, just like he did on ESPN. I don't think there's any intention for him to be a man of the people at all when it comes to governing these here United States. I think he's one step better than Donald Trump. One step better. I think he jumps from side to side. I don't know where he lies. I don't know where if he's down the middle, down the. I don't know where he lies. He jumps just like his sports, from week to week. He jumps from side to side, whatever fits whoever he's talking to this week. He's comfortable with saying what he's got to say. I don't see any qualities of someone of him trying to better the State of the Union of democracy. Period. As much the way he talks about Democrats, the way he praises Donald Trump for his actions, and then goes back and there is no type of I don't know what this man lies. What side bipartisan? I don't know what he is. He's an entertainer. That's what he is. Let's look at this part. And Jamil said some really good things. I just don't know. I didn't write down where she said those lines at. I just wrote down where this goof troop was talking.
Thought about whether or not racism would impact his chances of running for president.
About racism if he ran for president?
No. I know it exists. I know that you can't escape it, but I do not believe it is as prevalent as some on the left would like us to believe. I do believe a vast majority of Americans judge you on the content of your individual character rather than the color of your skin. I think a lot of people in America, especially in this day and age, now more so than ever before, it's not about race. It's about the fact that they don't give a damn about it because they got their own problems. That's entirely different than believing they are superior to you and they want to hold you back from ascending.
Note the message. That let me know for sure Stephen A. Smith is going to run for president. He really got out there on CBS and said that racism, it exists, but people aren't that concerned about it anymore.
We have a whole issue with ICE right now because it's dealing with race. I think he's pandering for whatever side he thinks he's pandering for the white people that's gonna vote for him. He's pandering for the conservatives. He's pandering for the Republicans. And it's disgusting to me. If you're gonna be truthful, be truthful. But that is disgusting. He's a clown. What's his other sound? So she also said that he's good, just like he is on ESPN. He's good for sound bites. He's good at debating. He's good at arguing because he's loud, boisterous, and he'll bully the conversation, which is what he does, and that's what he got. His fan base is so good on ESPN, but people are starting to get sick of that crap. So do people think he's gonna win? It's not the fact that I don't know that part right there. It's on the screen. Should Stephen A. Smith be taken serious as a presidential candidate? He should. He's going to seriously run. He's testing the water with these things, just how Donald Trump tests the water with, it should have been my third term. It should have been my third term. It should have been a third term. They say I can't run a third time, but we'll see. I don't want to run a third term, but they want me to. Maybe I should. I wouldn't run a third term, but they testing the waters to see how much pushback he gets. And there's one more sound bite. 47. Oh, too far.
which on the face of it seems like a very harmless message, but that's the point of it, is for it to be harmless.
It's not what's going on to the degree that it was decades ago. What's going on now is that we have more white Americans and others suffering and worried about the state of our nation. And because they're concerned about that, that's where their worries lie.
So Stephen A. believes that white people, the same white people who just elected or who elected Donald Trump twice, that white people don't care about racism, even though the whole reason many of them voted for Donald Trump is because of racism.
So, do I think Stephen A. Smith he'll run for president? I do. I wholeheartedly think he's going to run for president. Is he a clown? I will tell Stephen A. Smith to his face, he is a clown. We just lost everything. Okay. Everything just went out. Right? I don't. Did the battery? How'd the battery die? Oh, y'all. Commercial. Commercial.
And so that answer right there let me know he's definitely running for president. And he'll run as a Democrat. Or maybe even, I almost would say an independent, but I think he'll run as a Democrat. And listen, you guys may think I'm crazy, but if I'm the Democrats, given Stephen A.'s name recognition and his constant ability to attract audience, to speak in sound bites, to debate, because Stephen A. on a debate stage, it will get real. Again, we have a president that is loose on the facts. And I know some of you are thinking like, but he's black. He's not going to be able to get away with the same things that Donald Trump is. Sure, to a degree, but he will if he has a message and messaging that connects with white people. He absolutely will. So if I'm the Democrats and I see Stephen A. constantly talking about running for president.
Thank you, Jamel. I'll take it back from here. Thank you very much. I love my co-host. Thank you, my co-hosts. Video conference is in. The battery died on my camera. I don't know. It's plugged up. Again, I told y'all every week, guys. Every week. It's the devil. He's trying to stop me from being great. All right. So we talked about Stephen A. So do I believe Stephen A. is going to run for president? I wholeheartedly believe he's going to run for president. Do I think y'all should take him serious? Yes. Do I think y'all should vote for Stephen A? I think y'all should throw him under the bus, boo him out of town because he's a grifter. He's going to try to do he's going to do a power play just like Donald Trump, get as much money as he can, get as much power as he can. If he wanted to do something for any state, New York, LA, wherever he's at, if he really wanted to do something, why won't he run for alderman? Why won't he run for mayor? Why won't he run for a position that preps him and shows him how to be in that position? No, he does the same bullcrap. Oh, I talked to Gavin Newsom. I text him. I called him once. I text him, and that's Gavin Newsom's my friend. I know all about. I can't stand Gavin Newsom, but I talk to him all the time. If you really want to help people, get one of them positions. Become an alderman. See how things work. Then run for Senate. Then do it the right way, because the country don't want no more bullcrap people that just gonna jump there just to flaunt their private part, right? Ain't nobody trying to deal with you, Stephen A. Smith. Stick to ESPN, big dog, or really get serious and run for a position. Do it. If you're gonna do it, be like Jesse Ventura. Be like Kane. I can't think of Kane's real name. Go serve the people first. Learn how to do, and then go run for president. Nah, these clowns. Clown. Can't stand Stephen A. Smith. Sucker. All right, where's my tablet? Where's my pen? Got that out the way. Stephen A. Smith, who I cannot stand. But the next topic is, guys, what happened at the BAFTAs? The BAFTA outburst. What does BAFTA stand for? It's like the British Oscars. Let's see what the exact BAFTA means. Where you at? You are right there. Don't exit out. Cool. Bam. At the BAFTAs, a tourist activist, John Davison, speaks out after N-word outburst at the BAFTAs, deeply mortified. What happened, guys? If you guys didn't know, there was a presentation, an award presentation given, and let's just pull it up so y'all can see what happened. If I can click without exiting out, that's not it. Is that it? Is this it? This is it. And here we go.
Delroy and I are delighted to be presenting the first BAFTA of the night for a vital part of movie making.
We're here to celebrate.
Y'all didn't hear it. He yelled out the N word and then the B word. He has Tourette's, and that's what happened. Let's just look at how Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo handled that situation. They handled it very gracefully. Because y'all already know I don't like the N-word.
Delroy and I are delighted to be presenting the first BAFTA of the night for a vital part of movie making.
We're here to celebrate.
So, they even stated that was a problem. So now this is the problem. This is where the conversation happens. People are in uproar because, they said he's a racist, the guy, but they didn't know they will be blurting out things because he has Tourette's. He can't help it. This is what's going to happen. So be prepared for it. This is what's going to happen. So be prepared for it. Throughout the entire night, he was saying obscenities, and they were bleeping them out, and or not showing them. And that's the only one they let go was this one. And people are upset because there was a presenter who said something about Palestine, and they completely did not show that. And says, if you guys can bleep all these things out, not show that, why would y'all show this? Why would y'all let that out? And so people are pissed off about that. And going back to the other one we saw,
We're here to
where's it at? Tourist activist John Davison said he is humiliated after shouting the N-word at Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo during the 2026 BAFTA Awards Sunday. Davison shared in a statement on Deadline that he's deeply mortified if anyone considers my involuntary tics to be intentional or to carry any meaning. I was in attendance to celebrate the film of my life, I swear, which more than any film or TV documentary explains the origins, conditions, traits, and manifestations of Tourette syndrome, he continued. I have spent my life trying to support and empower the Tourette's community and to teach empathy, kindness, and understanding from others, and I will continue to do so. I chose to leave the auditorium earlier into the ceremony as I was aware of the distress my tics was causing. He stated in one statement that he wasn't, because again, they warned everybody that John has Tourette's, so they'll just be aware, and he can't control it. He didn't even know that it was a problem until he saw Delroy's face, that it actually went live, and that's when I think he left because he was mortified about that. But here's the other kicker. People are upset because he never apologized. He never apologized for offending. Like, I apologize for offending you guys. I didn't mean to. That was not the intention. That was clearly not what I apologize for offending. He was just like, I did it, and that's what it is. And people are upset about that. And other people, Boom. I think I lost it. No, I didn't. People like Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx said, "F that." He knew what he was doing. Why didn't he yell out at any other person on stage? He knew what he was doing. He gave a statement. This statement I'll be pulling up from Comedy Hype. Let's go. Let's see if I can get it from the beginning right here.
Reports of the event explaining that I took perhaps 10 different offensive words on the night of the awards. The N-word was one of these, and I completely understand its significance in history and in the modern world, but most articles are giving the impression I shouted one single slur on Sunday. Towards the end of this interview, Davidson would go on to address more of the criticism online. Comments following the BAFTAs where people have said things like, "I need to stay inside," "I wouldn't say these things unless I thought them," and "I'm a racist deep down," are deeply upsetting for me.
Which is why he's an advocate for his movie so bad, so people can understand and get the empathy that this is not him, it's not purposeful, it's not what he believes. This is just a symptom he's cursed with.
And show there's still so much to do. The negative responses only go to show the importance of people seeing the film and understanding more about an incredibly complex neurological condition. I had an expectation that the BBC would physically control the sound at the awards on Sunday. The only time I became aware that my tick had reached the stage was when Delroy and Michael B. Jordan appeared to look up from the roles as presenters, and soon after that, I decided to leave the auditorium.
Yeah. Again, they handled that really good. Let's see, it's another statement. That's actually from Variety. This is what he looks like, guys.
A user on X would write, "If John Davidson has not apologized by now, then that man is racist, period. His racism may not have been the reason he shouted out the slur in the first place, but it definitely is the reason he feels he shouldn't have to show any empathy to the people he inadvertently hurt."
That's a good point. That's a great point. Should he have to apologize? This young lady right here said she said it in a good statement here. Let me see if I can pull it up exactly.
The moment, and immediately to Delroy and Michael B. Jordan, has left his character open for interpretation, with many feeling that his hidden entitlement has been exposed.
If I have to sneeze and I can't control it and I accidentally sneeze in your mouth, I'm still going to apologize. If I had a disability and I was in a wheelchair and I accidentally run over your foot with my wheelchair, I'm still going to apologize because I still ran over your foot. If I have involuntary muscle spasms and I accidentally smack you across the face, I'm still going to apologize because you still got slapped across the face, even though I have involuntary muscle spasms. So regardless of this man having Tourette's, which is totally understandable, he cannot control his tics. Some people, I can clearly tell, they don't understand what Tourette's is, so if you don't, please go look it up, because just because you say something with Tourette's doesn't mean that it's in your vocabulary, okay? He still should have apologized. No one is saying that he should be apologizing for his disability. I don't see a lot of people saying that. But regardless, you still have to apologize if you offend someone or hurt someone, whether if it was intentional or not intentional. Like all the examples I named, why would I apologize for sneezing? Why would I apologize for being in a wheelchair? Why would I apologize for having muscle spasms? But you know what I am going to apologize for? For hurting you unintentionally.
Yeah. What does that depend on the severity of the condition? People either have the ability to suppress what they are saying for a short period of time, or they don't. Suppressing can be compared to taking a full bottle of Coca-Cola and shaking it each time you feel like you need to take. Before long, the pressure is so intense it has to be released, and it bursts out. And on occasion, it can lead to a tic attack. So, do I feel the guy's racist? No, I do not. Do I feel the guy needs to issue an apology? Yes, he does. Her examples were perfect. If I sneeze in your mouth, yuck. If I sneeze in your mouth, I need to apologize. I didn't sneeze on your mouth or sneeze on you on purpose or run over your foot on purpose, but I did, and I'm apologizing for it because I hurt you. It's that simple. Now him hiding behind his Tourette's is something else. Yeah, buddy, you need to apologize. That was a good topic. We're going to hit. That was a great topic. Good job, good job, good job. What else popped off this week? That was something crazy. Hey, look. Crazy. Crazy. A leader in one of the top cartels in Mexico, El Mencho. He was killed in a military action, and on board did the Mexican cartels pop off because of that. Gosh, dang. Let me pull up the article real quick. That's out there. El Mincho, the notorious cartel leader killed in Mexico, had a violent history. We're not going to go over all his history because it's a lot. He had a $15 million reward on him. In the aftermath, let's go to AP because you know I like AP, Associate Press. I love them. What to know about the killing of the powerful cartel leader El Mencho in Mexico. The killing could give the government a leg up on the dealing with the Trump administration. That's not what I'm looking for. But what I'm looking for is that video. The video gonna play?
The Mexican army killed the most powerful cartel leader in the country and one of the United States' most wanted fugitives on Sunday, notching a major victory. Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes, better known as El Mencho, had ties to organized crime that went back at least 3 decades. He was killed during an attempt to capture him, as his followers attempted to fight off Mexican troops. Cartel gunmen responded with violence across the country, leaving burnt-out cars blocking roads in nearly a dozen Mexican states. It was the highest-profile blow against the cartels since the recapture of former Sinaloa cartel boss Joaquin El Chapo Guzman a decade ago. The Trump administration has been threatening tariffs or unilateral military action if Mexico does not show results in the fight against the cartels.
Hey, them cartels people, they was not playing no games. Why couldn't I move that thing out the way? I really wish I could have, but it wasn't moving. That's what it wants to do. But yeah, if you was at Puerto Vallarta, I'm sorry, don't yell at me because I don't know how to say it. I'm gonna try to find it right there. Anyway, if y'all was out there, they was terrorizing folk. They said at one point they was gonna run into people's houses and resorts just for retaliation. They was in the airport acting crazy. They was in the streets acting crazy. They was shooting cops. They was shooting federales. They was shooting everybody, y'all. Everybody had a ticket. Someone was getting punched. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Someone was getting punched twice, and I ain't talking about fists. They was out there. I'm glad I was here. That just shows you how crazy the cartel are. Them boys, they don't care. They do not care. But the crazy part is, y'all, that's a life I wouldn't want. That is a life I would not want. Because somebody always out to get you. Some of y'all may want that life. That's why selling drugs, can't do it. Nah, I'm good. I like my freedom, man. I like not having to look over my shoulder. Somebody trying to take me out. They had 15 million on that boy head. Gosh dang. But yeah, be careful out there, y'all. Cartel is crazy right now. Yikes. That was decent. That was a decent topic. We're going to chop that one up. I couldn't say Puerto Vallarta very good out, so we're going to chop that one up too. So it's all right. The last thing we're going to talk about, I'm not really up on this one, so I'm just going to present it, and then we can get up out of here. But what's up with this 50 T.I. beef, y'all? What's up with this? I don't even know, apparently 50 Cent is beefing with T.I. T.I. beefing with 50. T.I.'s son King beefing with 50 because 50 said something about T.I.'s wife. He always does, and T.I. always got to come back because he got to defend his wife. And yeah, where's the video? Where's the video? Maybe I lost the video. Here it is. So this is what T.I.'s son King had to say about 50.
Your mama dead as go dig her up. Go dig her up. Post a picture of your mama. She dead. Pay respect. Stop playing with my mama. I ain't playing like that. I ain't going like that. How y'all raised? I'm not raised like that. I don't go. I'm not going back my mama. I'm not going. So tell your dad, mama, dig her ass up and post a picture that look better than my mama.
Hey, y'all. That boy mouth go from here to here. I ain't never seen a mouth that wide. That boy can eat a peanut butter and jelly the long way. I ain't never seen him mouth. That boy mouth wide. He could eat a whole apple. That boy can eat a Long John. He could eat it sideways. He could put a Subway 7. He could put that sub straight in the side of his and just. I ain't never seen a mouth that wide, boys. It's. Watch my grandma talking. That's my grandmama, y'all. Oh shoot, that's my grandmama sending me a message on Facebook. I use Facebook, so there we go. That boy mouth. So let's just play it.
Wrong with you? Y'all better tie y'all motherfucking shoes. Y'all don't know who the y'all with. You better put that music up and shut the fuck up, cause all that other ain't gonna get it. On my mother, your mama dead.
That boy interesting looking. He is interesting looking. That boy, I don't like a tough talking dude who can't fight, and all he can do is pull out a pistol. I do not like we all know King he can't fight. All he can do is pull out a pistol because he can't fight. 50 done been there already, G. Like, you ain't scaring nobody. You not scaring him. People don't want to fight 50. People don't want to be in the shootout with 50. You is the last of his worries. But okay, then T.I. gets up and T.I. goes and gets a diss track. And I'm with it. I'm with the diss tracks. But I don't think we're going to play the diss track on here because it's got a lot of cussing. Y'all can look it up. It's right there. He got like 3 or 4 of them, I think. The right one. Go look at that one. It's just got a bunch of cussing, and I ain't for it right now. I can't bleep. I just can't bleep all of the cussing out right now. So go play that one, y'all. But I do need to figure out what's up with this beef. I think it spawned from T.I. wanted a versus battle with 50. 50 didn't want to give it to him. So all of this actually spawned from this. That's what I think it was. I'm going to say so. But we all know 50 a troll. We all know he is. But T.I. got bread too, so it's only so much trolling you can do to somebody who got money as long as yours. Or comparatively long. So I don't know. But King just need to stop. He just need to. I understand you trying to defend your mom, but chill out. So yeah, y'all, maybe y'all can inform me what's up really up with this beef. I don't know. And that's all we got for today. All right, people. I do want to apologize again. I told you it was a long week. Well, we're gonna cross this out. T.I. 50 beef. And it wasn't even a good segment. I'm sorry on that one, y'all. All right. Let's get up out of here. Let's go get us some food, get us a break, because the post wasn't posting how I wanted to post today, but we gotta keep doing, we gotta keep striving. I'm always looking for help. I would love to have some help up here. Let me know. I'm looking for correspondents to talk about politics, entertainment, sports, news, and whatever. Just have to come up here and have a good time talking with your boy Fletch. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Until next time, guys, be good, be cool, and B-A-C. Peace. Oh, I did it with the opposite hand this week. Give him a clap. And we out.